face says it all. Disappointing afternoon.
Yeah, disappointed. Not just with the result, but the performance really. And far too many blokes having off days all at once, and you can't afford to do that. So yeah, disappointed.
Was it just failure to control the ball? 'Cause you had a lot of territory in that first half, but never actually looked like you were going to score.
Yeah, I think that rugby league's about building pressure and about maintaining pressure, and it's also about being patient. And we created some opportunities as the game wore on. I think Thackeray's probably gone through about 3 times, and Jay Walton's gone through another time. Hardcastle's got a 2 versus 1 with Briscoe in the clear. So it's probably 4 or 5 opportunities that were just blown, and that probably summed it up for us. We weren't ruthless enough. Made the game tougher than what it should have been as well.
Was it disappointing for that first try to be scored in the first half by Rochdale, the fact that they'd got 12 men on the field and they created an overlap?
I think the fact that, any time you concede a try, it's disappointing. I think that's the key. I also know that during that, that instance that you're referring to, that defensive systems and how we practice and how we defend were broken. And I thought that just summed up how we played today. I thought there were too many blokes who were too loose today and weren't ready to do what we were supposed to be doing, and it reflected that when we were 9-8 up, and the messages have gone on to play a particular way, and I think that got screwed up and thrown in the bin, and certain individuals managed to do what they wanted to do, and in the end it cost us dearly.
What do you say to those individuals? Will you deal with them? How do you react to that?
No, it's part and parcel of rugby league, and it's part and parcel of coaching that you send messages on and players see what they think they see and play it instinctively. I'm trying to encourage that for our boys, but the decisions that were made today I thought were poor. I thought we had a few key players in key positions that just weren't there. I think the conditions are horrendous at the minute, and the ability to play how we want to is just absolutely thrown out the window, and it's just basically a lottery, and they handled the conditions better than us.
James Lockwood back today, what did you make of him?
Really pleased with him. I thought he was excellent. I expected a few errors from him, but he was squeaky clean all the way through. His skills levels were great. We have worked hard with him, and we have upskilled him as quickly as we possibly can, and today I thought he was one of those guys that stood up and did a manful job.
Corey Aston played today. How would you assess his performance?
Corey did what he had to do. I thought at times he was playing off the back of some slow rucks that put him under lots of pressure. They were aggressive with their defensive line, and I think that as a whole I thought our pivots could have handled that better.
You've lost your unbeaten start to the season, but still it's early in the year, isn't it?
Yeah, it still hurts, irrespective whether it's early in the year or at the back end of the year. It still hurts when you've got a group of blokes who can play better than what they've done, and ultimately we've got beat today by a team who I thought handled the conditions better than what we did.
Any injuries?
No, not that I'm aware of. A bit early in the day.
Sheffield away next week. Got 7 days until then. What's going to be the plan this week during training? There were quite a few changes made in the team lineup today. Will it be having a good look at those key positions again? Yeah,
they were forced changes. I had a winning team all for the last 4 weeks, and then decided to throw the baby out with the bathwater. They were forced changes. I had no other option but to pick the team that I picked. So not going down that avenue of I've picked a different team for the sake of picking a different team.
When will you know about your team for next? Obviously the Leeds lads didn't play today, did they, John? When will you know if they're available or not next week?
It's an ongoing process. There's not a set day. We have dialogue every day, so it's not an issue as in regards to when.
Just frustration then, I guess, with the result today.
Frustration with regards to the performance and getting 9-8 up and playing like we did the last 5 minutes. That was really disappointing. And if we'd have won, we'd have probably stole the points. We just weren't ruthless enough and didn't respect the ball enough, and weren't patient enough either. So for this and for us, I think it's we've got to turn it into a positive. We've got to bounce back from this. We've got to handle what's been a disappointing day for us and get ready for Sheffield.
Fantastic win. I don't think anyone that was here probably at the end could deny the fact that the better team won.
Oh, just probably handled the conditions a little bit better, but I think our lads deserve a rap because they still tried to play, you know, and some days it might not come off, but they did try and play, and at the end we shipped the ball and made a break and got a penalty off the back of that. So yeah, very pleasing, and proud of the lads. You know, I thought the defence they did in the first half, and 15-6 penalty count as well. You know, which you know, says its own story with how much defending we had to do. So yeah, very pleased, very proud of him.
We worried at any point you might run out of juice in that second half, given all that defending you had to do.
Yeah, I thought we defended very well. We defended very well last week, same penalty count last week as well. But I thought we defended our goal line very well. And look, we don't, you know, there might be one Sunday where I wake up and it's not raining. It seems to be dry all week, and then gets to a weekend and it does that. We don't. These conditions don't suit us. We like, you know, we've had one dry game all year. We scored 46 points. So, you know, Featherstone would have been the same as well. You know, it stopped that free flowing, you know, attack. I thought the pitch held up pretty well and they did a great job on the pitch. But there was a concern, yeah, that we might run out of juice, we might run out of bodies. But they're a mentally tough group, and you know, they have no fear, and I think they showed that today.
The try and the break came down that left edge. It looks really dangerous, that left-hand side of your attack.
Yeah, and we've changed it about today. Bridgie come off the bench, and there's John Smith to come back into that as well. But you know, Danny goes well, and we played Jake Eccleston in the centre there, and Rob Massam on the wing as well. He had a good game as well. Jonah Lomu there on the wing, we was trying to get him a bit more ball, and we tried to pass to him once near the line, and we ended up passing to the touch judge. But we fix those little things up, and like I say, if it dries up, I think we've got a lot of threats in attack. Yeah,
controlled the game really well. Do you have any doubts at the end that Lewis would kick that goal for you?
He doesn't usually miss two in a row. What I was thinking about was at Oldham to come here the other week and they missed one, but no, he nailed it, and you know, he showed a cool head there, and we just had to make sure that we fielded the kick-off, and we did that, and we saw the game out.
You've had a tough start fixture-wise. You must be delighted to already have 3 wins on the board.
Yeah, we actually internally set a goal of 3 out of the first 4, and we're disappointed to lose last week. But I did think we were a bit mentally flat. Like you say, it's been a tough start, and we played Salford, and then we played Oldham, which isn't really a friendly, it's a cup game, and then Warrington, and then we were into it. We didn't have that week off this year, what you like in between, because Championship started a week before Super League. So, you know, it's a new team as well as a lot of new lads, so they've all been revved up. They wanted to impress in the friendlies, they wanted to beat Oldham, they wanted to have a good game before Warrington, and then we're into the competition, and I just felt we give a lot in that Hull KR game, and we weren't far away against Hull KR, and I think that caught up with us last week. You know, not saying Halifax deserved to win, but this week we just freshened them up, and we come here, you know, we had nothing to lose. But I had a good feeling in the week that we'd perform well, and we had a couple of disruptions yesterday with the team, but you know, we showed some character and got the result. You
must be delighted with how the lads have taken to Championship, because you know, they're doing really well.
Yeah, and look, we're going to get better. You know, we're going to get better. Like I say, I think a dry track, and you know, some of the lads who played in League One last year have stepped up. The lads we brought in from other Championship clubs, you know, we're going in a good direction, but we won't fall in love with ourselves. We've got a massive derby game next week, and Oldham have put the feet up today, so they're going to come at us. And we'll just take it week to week and see how we go. I know there was a bit of disappointment last week that we weren't in the top 4. We slipped out the top 4, and people was predicting us to go down. So it just shows that expectation. You know, it needs managing, and internally they're a confident group. And at half time we spoke about the hill, the famous hill, and how, you know, we were coming down it, and it wasn't a given we were going to win the game. And they spoke really well at half time, and I thought our leaders were good today.